Hello, 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 everybody. Today is Sunday, March the 24th, 2019. It is day 83 of my Mad Titan Keto Cut. Just finished up week 12, and I also just finished up the third diet portion of my cycle, right? So I've been doing these cycles where you do a diet portion for 3 weeks and you do a diet break. So I'm just starting. Today is the end of the first day of my third diet break. So I just want to get a report, update, see what's going on, see what things are working, which things are not. This week I hit my lowest all-time weight of the entire cut. It's 247.6 pounds, which is actually 39 pounds from where I started, which is kind of fantastic for 3 months of work, right? Um, just shy of that 40 pound mark, which is about really it's like halfway of where I want to be for the whole thing. I kind of wanted to lose about 80 pounds this year, and I'm right around 40. So when uh, I've lost about 12 pounds this month at that weight. Right now, I assume that some of that weight might be due to water issues or whatever. So if I gain a pound or two and it kind of balances out during this diet break, no big deal. But still, overall, everything is working fantastic, and I'm 12 pounds down for the month, 39 pounds down for the entire 3 months that I've been doing this. And um, that was my diet, my weight, specific weight, but my average, which is what I'm tracking for real, how I'm judging my progress, was 250 pounds for the week, which is down 5 pounds still from the week before that, which is fantastic. I usually shoot for 2 to 3 pounds per week, and so 5 pounds is kind of too much. But I've seen some. I made some changes this week that kind of account for that, and so I'm not freaking out too much about it. And yeah, what I've noticed is that during these 3 week diet phases, I my weight loss seems to accelerate the longer I go. So that third week is usually the hardest week because I've been in a calorie deficit for the longest amount of time, and my body is still working, trying to make up those calories. You got to use that fat. So you're just stressing your metabolism, right? And so by that third week, I'm usually the most tired. I'm usually the most, like my weight is the lowest, and so everything is kind of. Yeah, I can usually tell it's time for a break at the end of that third week, and so yeah, and there's less food in my system and all of that business. And so yeah, I'm excited to get started with this break because it was time. It was time. I was starting to feel it in the gym. Plus, as far as the changes that I made, I just started a new job, so I had to change my eating period, and my fasting periods. And so now instead of eating from 12 to 6 every day, I'm eating most of my food between like 9 and 10 in the morning because I work in the evenings and I don't want to come home and eat that late at night. All the research that I've seen shows that your insulin response is greatest at night. And so the food that I would eat at night has got the most chance of making me fat, defeating the purpose. So I'm not hungry when I first get up in the morning because I've been doing this keto thing and I've just been skipping breakfast for so long. So I usually eat right around lunchtime and that's it for me. But what has happened is that it turned into an OMAD kind of thing, which is one meal a day. So I usually eat one big giant meal, or I eat between in about an hour, and I eat one large kind of thing. And so when I do that, my fasting hours increase. So instead of like 18-hour fasting window, my fasting windows are like 22, 23 hours. And depending on how tired I am from work, I just sometimes I miss eating for 30 hours or whatever. Like I've had that happen a couple times this week. And really, it's right in line with what I'm trying to do because when I'm not eating, my body is using its own body fat for energy. And so, winning. Yeah, so excited about another diet break. What usually happens on the diet breaks is that my body will quickly gain a pound or two, well, usually about 2 or 3 pounds, depending on how out of control I get. That first day, and then it'll stop, right? So it'll go up real quick, and then it'll stop. And so while my weight number goes up, my weight average will stay the same because those two tend to be a little laggy or whatever. Like, so my weight is usually lower than my average. So what happens is my weight goes back up to meet my average, and that's what's been happening every month. And so I would be cool with that if I finish this diet break at 250 weight wise. I actually would be okay with that because you know that first week, whatever water I'm holding on to, whatever extra, and that's what a lot of it is. It's like extra carbohydrates. I eat a few extra carbs, and it's holding. So I end up holding a little extra water plus more food. I'm eating more food, more calories, and so my I tend to have more food in my system altogether, and so that adds up on the scale. The number on the scale is increased. So, uh, what I have done in the past, the last 2 cycles, is that that diet break period. I was having a hard time keeping it together, right? So I was having a hard time keeping my macros tight and making the best food decisions. And so this time I'm really focusing on making good food decisions. I got my numbers up, but my ratios are good, and my carbohydrate intake hasn't increased very much. My meal choices, I think, are still really good, and so I'm looking to get the metabolic benefit of eating more without adding a whole lot of extra. And so like I'm saying, if I can get to the end of this thing and keep my weight relatively the same, I'm good. I'm almost 40 pounds down. Things are rocking. I just about got this thing nailed down to a science. My food selection, I'm eating fantastic food. Oh my God, it's so delicious. Like, and I got more and more ideas of ways to like kind of keep it varied and kind of, have fun with it. So everything is working well, man. And I'm starting to notice, like, because I've lost 40 pounds practically, I'm noticing small things start to change. Like, my body habit is different. Like, my body shape is different. Like, my stomach is smaller. My whole body is smaller, but my shoulders and my chest and legs are still big because I'm still working out. I'm still lifting weights hard. And so I'm getting to that point where my muscle mass is still high, but my body fat is getting lower. And so I'm starting to look like a guy that works out every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's fantastic. And I'm also noticing that I walk around the house without my shirt on a lot more because I like the way I look. I like the way I feel about how I look. It's kind of stuff that keeps you going. Uh, what else? I wear rings, my little cancer rings, and they're starting to get to be too large. Like, they spin around now. I can't keep them straight on my fingers, which is annoying, but it's cool though because it's like it means my workout program is working. And yeah, so everything is going good, man. My mental training, I've been doing these affirmations that I was talking about before. My affirmations are going well, and I'm still looking for more ways to improve my mental fitness as far as it goes. Just kind of accepting the changes that my body is making, so I don't freak out and fumble the ball again. You know what I'm saying? And gain that weight back and all that. But so I'm working on that, and it's helping, right? It's helping me to make permanent changes. It's helping me to, transition into what my body is becoming, to what my life is becoming. Like, it's allowing me to transition slowly, slide into the next thing. And that's cool, I think. And so all in all, this diet phase, this third cycle, has been fantastic. It has been wildly successful. I want to make sure that this diet break is the most successful diet break to date. Like, I want to make sure I do it right, and I want to keep rolling, man. Like, this thing is happening. So, y'all stay blessed, be well, and if you're getting anything out of these, that's well and good. I hope you continue to rock on and live your best life, because that's what I'm over here trying to do, man. I'll talk to y'all next time.